Alas, our last morning. We're not alone. It looks like you've done this trip once or twice, Captain. What's your name?
Morning, everybody.
What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Gavin, from South Africa, born and raised, but I've been out here in the British Virgin Islands for the last 4 years.
And you're a wonderful captain. Thank you for hosting us. And what's your name? Where you from?
My name is Kobe. Good morning, and I'm also from South Africa.
Wow, I love this. And you're a tremendous chef and tremendous person. Great to meet you. And the shy one over here, the youngster who had a birthday. What's your name? Where you
My
from?
name is John and I'm from Becca. I've been living in BVI for the past year on islands here.
You're from where? Excuse me.
Beckway, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Oh, nice. So you're local, relatively speaking, compared to the rest. All right, I'll try not to disturb the other guests as we get prepared for breakfast. We got some morning snorkelers. How's the snorkeling this morning? Beautiful. And coffee. Coffee and snorkeling. So it's about 7:30 our time, and that makes it 6:30 in New England. And this is Norman Island. We're at the west end of Norman Island. Beautiful snorkeling down here. Tons of fish, and the sun's just about to come up. And once again, it's in the upper 70s. The dew point seems a little lower. In New England, what a storm. This is the strongest storm since, if you've been watching, that blizzard we had last March 11th. Were you there for that? I was at Mount Mansfield, and all the lifts end up closing. We picked up a couple of feet of snow. This storm is fairly similar, maybe not as deep of a low-pressure system, but on Mount Washington this morning, the wind is still sustained at 100 miles an hour. Yesterday, there was a gust to 142 miles an hour. That was the strongest since that March 11th storm of 2024. And yesterday, the average sustained wind on Mount Washington, 93.8 miles per hour. I looked back through all of this decade and could not find another day as windy as yesterday on the summit of Mount Washington. This morning, my friends at J-Peak are reporting probably about 25, almost 30 inches of snow in the last 48 hours, and the upper mountain lifts have been closed. I did grab this image from the Metro Quad, and it looked like there were 3 to 4 foot drifts. Now, before the sun came up, I'll get word on that. Josh is on his way right now. Josh sends this video from 242, which they cleared out. It was impassable with lots of cars stuck on it yesterday. So the blizzard at J-Peak has subsided, but it continues snowing and blowing. So this is the third day in a row with New England snow. And that bird right there is called a booby. I'm learning more about the birds, and that one is going to be in the and more in a few minutes from yesterday at the Soggy Dollar. But let's do this weather quickly. It's my last morning in the tropics. We have a wedding in New Jersey to attend this weekend, so we have to get sort of almost airlifted off of this boat. Not sure how that's going to happen yet. Let's start with the 15-day for Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. This is from weather.us, and there are no organized precipitation events in the forecast. Nothing but cold, wintry wind and sunshine. To me, that's about the worst. A hard freeze day after day after day, and no snow on the ground. I think we're going to look into ice boating when we return to New England. Friends, Don Kent's son, Jeff, and Rick Bishop learned ice boating from Don Kent. And I'm going to pick that up, I think. I'm going to give it a try in the next 2 weeks and also go snow skiing. And we've got a lot of other things to do, including the forecast. Let's go to the Euro now and just get this over with. There's actually surface analysis. I should show the surface analysis. After all, I always talk about what is wind, air moving from high to low pressure. So what makes this so exceptional? The low pressure is 983. That's not as strong as that storm last March. But the thing is, the wind is all aligned vertically from the bottom of the atmosphere to the top of the atmosphere from the northwest. And the high pressure system is 1046. That's now still in west of Hudson Bay. Oh boy, this wind is kind of getting on me now, talking about wind. So that is what is that, 46 plus 17? That's a 63 millibar pressure gradient between Eastern Canada and Western Canada, and we're in it. All right, so now let's put this in motion with the Euro. And there is a upside down backdoor warm front with a blocking pattern that low stalled to our north, warmer air coming in off the North Atlantic Ocean into Eastern Canada, and we're going to have backdoor warm fronts in New England as the synoptic scale storms travel along I-70 and I-80, a major snowstorm setting up from about northern Missouri almost, right through, it looks like maybe Maryland, maybe Garrett County, Maryland. So a lot of disruptive storm issues here. I'm not flying through any of those places though, so I'm happy about that. And then that storm goes south of us, and we have actually warmer air and another reason to make it snow in our northern mountains here on Monday into Tuesday. That's a backdoor warm front with a piece of a polar vortex going right over New England, and we actually warm up a tad, at least at upper levels of the atmosphere, but it's still low barometer cold. And then there's going to be another Arctic wave coming in from the northwest and colder air coming back in at all levels of the atmosphere. That means more upslope snow and more dry air down in southern New England. And this is no end in sight for this pattern with these weak fronts, both warm and cold, coming at us from eastern Canada. And then if we stop it at day 10, which is now out around Sunday, January 12th, and it's a little different than yesterday. So we had several storms that you couldn't see because they were too far south going through the Gulf of Mexico. And deep south gets some snow. And at 240 hours now, where yesterday it looked like the front was in Orlando with the 540 line, now there's a high pressure system right there, and the 540 line is way north and east. So there is ambiguity here. There is room for change. There always is room for change. And maybe somehow we do end up with a coastal storm, but so far that is not in the cards. And we can play out the coast-to-coast snowfall here going, I'll take it out actually all the way through 360 hours. That's 15 days, and this is a real rough estimate on where and when it may snow coast to coast. Now this is continuing week 11 or 12 of coast-to-coast snow going into week 12 or 13. I'll have to get back to you on that one. And if we stop it at day 15 and put the cursor over Wethersfield, Connecticut, there is 0 snow forecast for Wethersfield, Connecticut. In other words, southern New England. No snowstorms in the forecast. There goes Mike. Mike is going under. Have a good one. So many fish. I did this snorkel yesterday. It was so fun. I didn't bring my underwater camera. I don't know what was wrong with me. So much work to do getting ready to travel. And oh, it looks like he does have a camera with him. So maybe I'll get some Mike video. And also Steve on board has a drone, and he got some drone footage of me in the kayak a couple of days ago, so I don't have a lot of time to edit all this. Maybe I'll add some more over the weekend, but appreciate it, and then nice to meet everybody here. It was a great day yesterday, although windy at the Soggy Dollar. We had about 3 squalls come through, but we ran into friends actually from New England, Mark and Kelly, and new friends that we go sailing with in the summertime and skiing with in the wintertime, and they're here down in the BVI also, which you might want to consider. Oh yeah, and Dale up at Stowe, Vermont, he says he's coming down here to the Soggy Dollar in 2 weeks. So it's the place to be. All right, a great journey, great trip. We'll talk to you all out another door, much colder, where we're headed now. Talk to you.
Nice, cute.
The best is yet to come. Looks like we're having a celebration this morning for breakfast. Every morning's a celebration. This one's special.
And to assist with the celebrations, we've got a bottle of Prosecco this morning for Janet and
9:30 a.m. at White Bay. It's packed. I'm trying to edit. I can barely hold on to my computer in the wind. I think they call it White Bay for the white sands, but also got these white squalls coming through here already. Not the prettiest day. But there are no lift hold issues here as there are in northern New England. All right, keep on editing.
January 2nd, we have literally blizzard conditions here. Snowing hard, winds gusted over 35, barometric pressure like 29.5, and it is blowing. Can't appreciate it because my truck is on. I'm going to make an attempt to go to the mountain. But yeah, it's blowing very hard and lots of snow. I think around, I guess it's around 8 inches. I haven't measured it officially, but there's a lot. You see the plow guy just came in. I'll slowly pan. You can see the big pile of snow. That's all new. Anyways, I'm gonna give it a go. Hope you're all enjoying yourself, and you take me down in the Caribbean. Here's another gust.
Batten down the hatches. Looks like this next one coming in is New England worthy. I don't think it's gonna have snow with it, but it's certainly gonna pour here. We haven't had any thunder. I've never seen a thunderstorm in the tropics. Happy birthday, honey. They say rain on your birthday is lucky, right? January 2nd. It's raining harder here than it is snowing at home. This too shall pass. Behind every updraft, there's a downdraft. Sunshine any minute. It appears there's plenty of room on the beach anyway. We should make our move. So that's a flying booby right there. Beautiful booby. Come on down. Oh. I was just researching frigate birds and I got this booby over here. I don't think anyone gets closer to a booby than this. Hi. I didn't have time to research it to see what they eat, but there's a close-up. Captain says it's a booby. You're on Out the Door, Weather and More with TK and T-Rex, even though T-Rex. Captain, do you know what boobies dine on?
Fish. Surface swimming fish.
Awesome. That was an incredible encounter.
Yes, sir.
I think everyone should join Trade Winds and come on board and learn all about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees.
Virgin Islands.
Great. I actually came out here to talk about frigates because I just researched frigates, which we had this morning, and there's a colony. And I said, I don't know, there's something on the other side of those trees, and there's a pond over there. And frigates are known as kleptoparasites because they eat things that other birds eat. They steal from shorebirds. And of course, there are no frigates around right this second. Just a few people here today. Soggy Dollar painkiller with a rum floater because one is never enough. Walter, we're the bunch of goofballs getting this sports shot on the web camera right now. Can you see us now? Cheers. How's that weather treating you up there? We got a schedule, unfortunately. On to the next stop. It's all good. We don't even know where the next stop is, but it's guaranteed to be fun. Oh, that's not easy. Yeah, so there were some boat collisions in here today. Over there on the web camera, the Soggy Dollar. And we're out of here. Have we decided our next stop?
Yes, we have.
What is it?
Privateer Bay on Norman Island.
We're going to Privateer Bay. Do they have frigates and boobies?
Yes, they do.
All right.
And pelicans.
Oh, there's the booby and pelicans. That's the booby. Checking out of White Bay. And the Soggy Dollar webcam is right there. Yep, they come from Houston just for ships and giggles. Book the whole ship or just a couple of rooms? Looks like it probably. All right, we're sailing. That's a good sunscreen. I have no problem with that.
positive, but I think this is the west end of Jost Van Dyke. Gorgeous looking homes. And we're headed toward Privateer Bay on Norman Island, which I would assume is in that direction somewhere. What's this island over here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Little patch.
St. John?
This one is Little Patch. Little Patch.
Little Thatch? Little Thatch. There's big wind. Frigate. Love these birds. That's the bite in there, Pirate's Bite, where we were about 3 days ago. And then there are the caves. Going by the caves again. Norman Island. What a difference a mountain makes in calming the air. We are tucking right in here in the lee. Look at those neighbors pointed into a very light wind. The trade winds experience. Cocktail hour, nap time, whatever you want. Oh, there's TK's favorite color, orange, the color of manifestation. Our last night on the Alethea. It's been a great trip, and there goes the sun. Well, actually it's gone. Venus is up there somewhere, but today was kind of a cloudy day, but it was a wonderful day of festivities and sailing, and no place else on earth I would rather be. The secrets of grilling on board the Alethea. Hot and clean and ready to go. Oh my goodness. If I had to guess, I would say we're looking at pork loins.
Good.
And they are not small. Oh yeah. Very breezy January
2025. Heading into Norman Island. Privateer Hollow.